But this story had to be told today because this is extremely sad. So Mary J Blige and Misa Hilton are in a court battle over rapper Vado.
Oh my God, you guys. We have been so caught up in Diddy and his whole "the feds fed me maggots" drama that we completely let another story slip through the cracks. This one has everything. Longtime friends turned into legal enemies. Allegations of jealousy and betrayal. A famous singer, a famous stylist, and a rapper caught in the middle. I am talking about Mary J Blige versus Misa Hilton Brim, two women who have known each other for years, and now they are on opposite sides of a courtroom.
Mary J Blige allowed some hateration and holleration in her danceries. Y'all, Mary is being sued for $5 million by a former friend of 30 plus years. Misa Hilton used to style Mary J Blige back in the early 1990s, back in the early 2000s, and they have remained a friendship this entire time.
Mary is not just defending herself. She is pushing back hard. She is asking for this case to be thrown out and for the people who filed it to pay for her trouble. This story has layers. So let's take it step by step. First, we need to understand who Misa Hilton Brim is and why this lawsuit caught so much attention. Misa is a well-known stylist and fashion designer. She has worked with artists like Lil' Kim, Jodeci, Missy Elliott, and yes, Mary J Blige. She is often credited with helping define the flashy, bold style of 90s and early 2000s hip-hop and R&B. She is also connected to Diddy in a big way. She has a son with him, Justin Combs. Back in the day, Misa and Diddy were a major couple in the hip-hop scene. Even after they split, her name was still linked to his in industry circles. She has always been seen as part of that inner circle of New York music and fashion, which is why her suing Mary, another New York music legend, shocked people who thought these two were locked in as friends for life. Mary J Blige hardly needs an introduction. But for context, she is the queen of hip-hop soul, a multi-Grammy Award winner. She has been a defining voice in R&B for decades, blending raw emotion with powerful vocals. She has been open about her personal struggles, her battles, and her comebacks. Her music has touched millions, and she has built a career on authenticity and resilience. Mary and Misa moved in the same circles for years. They were seen together at events. They supported each other's projects, which is why, when this lawsuit dropped, the betrayal angle became such a big talking point online. We also cannot ignore the Diddy connection. Misa shares a child with him. Mary has worked with him extensively over the years. Right before this lawsuit was filed, Diddy was facing his own legal battles. Some people believe Misa was upset that Mary did not publicly support the accusations against Diddy. Others believe it had nothing to do with that and was purely about business. Still, the timing has made people speculate about whether there was an underlying personal tension before the legal papers were filed. So, what exactly is Misa claiming in her lawsuit? She says Mary interfered with her management of Harlem rapper Vado. Vado has been in the industry for years, working with artists like Cam'ron, DJ Khaled, and others. He has a reputation in the mixtape scene and has built a steady following. Misa claims Mary pressured Vado to fire her as his manager and sign fully with Mary's company, Beautiful Life Productions. She also claims Mary excluded her from important meetings. These were not meetings in boardrooms or recording studios, according to the lawsuit. Misa says some of them happened during late-night yacht outings and in hotel rooms, settings that, on paper, sound more personal than professional. Considering Mary has a long-term partner who works closely with her, this part of the lawsuit raised eyebrows. Was Misa implying something beyond business, or was she simply painting a picture to make Mary look bad in court? At first, Mary said nothing directly. She stayed quiet in public, posting a few vague messages online about being done with friends who drag her down. But after Diddy's legal situation was resolved, Mary's patience ended. She filed a response that did not just deny the claims, it attacked them. In filings obtained by Rolling Stone, Mary called the lawsuit frivolous and stunning. She asked the judge to dismiss it entirely and to sanction Misa and her lawyer for filing it in the first place. She also raised a major technical issue. According to Mary's team, Misa's company is not a valid registered corporation. On top of that, Misa is not a licensed talent agent in New York, and in that state, you cannot legally take commission without a license. If true, that means Misa may not have had the legal standing to manage Vado's career or sue over losing that role. Mary's lawyers did not stop at legal technicalities. They also brought out what they say is proof that Vado himself wanted to fire Misa. They included a text message allegedly from Vado saying he was considering dropping her as his manager. They also accused Misa of taking more money than she was entitled to. Over $300,000 in commissions that were supposed to be recoupable by the label under the recording contract. In their version of events, Misa's case is not just weak, it is built on a foundation that collapses under basic fact-checking. While all this was playing out, Vado filed his own lawsuit against Mary for $10 million. He is asking for $5 million for breach of contract and another $5 million for emotional distress. His claim is that Mary refused to release his music, holding back his career. Mary's team responded by saying the delay was his fault because he failed to deliver the required consents and clearances for his songs. In the music industry, without those, a label cannot release your work. It is a reminder that in entertainment, business paperwork can matter just as much as talent. Both lawsuits are now headed for a key hearing on August 18th. Mary is asking for them to be thrown out. She also wants Misa and Vado to cover her legal fees. If the judge agrees with her, this entire legal fight could be over in one day. But if the cases move forward, the discovery process could reveal even more details about their personal and professional relationships. That is the risk when friends take each other to court. Everything becomes part of the record, and nothing is off limits. Looking at the timing and the tone of both sides, this feels more like a personal feud than a simple business dispute. Misa's side paints Mary as someone who undermined a friend for her own gain. Mary's side paints Misa as jealous, unqualified, and out for a payout. Neither version leaves much room for reconciliation. And because these women have known each other for so long, each one knows exactly what details would hurt the other most. So here we are. A friendship that seemed solid for years is now on life support. 2 lawsuits, allegations of betrayal, questions about legality and professionalism. If the judge sides with Mary, Misa, and Vado could be left not only without their claims, but with a hefty bill for legal fees. If the judge allows the cases to proceed, both sides risk having more of their private dealings exposed to the public. The only thing certain is that August 18th will be a turning point. And in the court of public opinion, people have already started picking sides. What do you think? Is Mary defending herself from baseless attacks, or did she cross a line in her dealings with Vado? Do you think Misa is standing up for her business rights, or is this about something more personal? Let me know in the comments and stay tuned for updates, because no matter how this plays out, it is going to be one of the most talked about showdowns in music this year. That is the latest on the Mary J Blige and Misa Hilton Brim legal battle. Now, I want to hear from you. If you were the judge in this case, would you throw out Misa and Vado's lawsuits, or would you let them go to trial? Do you think this is purely business, or is it really about personal feelings and old grudges? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get the conversation going, and make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the August 18th update.